What's good, you sexy mother people? Welcome back to Henshin Gate. We're the YouTubers Attitude. I'm Jared. Hey, yo. It's January. You know what that means. It's time for our new segment on the channel where we review the entire series of Letterkenny. We're starting with Season 1, next month Season 2, so on and so forth. You get the gist. And after this, we'll go through Shorsey and some other good Canadian stuff. But until then, be sure to give this video a like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon, notify me post videos, and go out follow all of our social media Twitch. God give them do it for almost 7 years. Almost 7 years, I mean. So episode 1 of Letterkenny. Most of my notes it's simple. It's a great start to this, how do I call it? This fantastic show. It's an incredible show. Funny, hilarious, dude. Just context. I've seen quotes of this show through my friend on Facebook because she's from Canada. And then I just started seeing clips of this on TikTok. And I'm just like, what the hell? This shit is hilarious. But what really sealed the deal of me wanting to watch this show was some chirps from the character Shorsey and a clip that we're gonna talk about next month. And then I said fuck it one day. I was so sick I couldn't go to work. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna kill some time, watch Letterkenny. Just because I've seen so much of it, I have to see what I need the context. This episode hooked me. Just from the opening credit, just from the opening, like the beginning is like, this town has like 3,000, 5,000 people. I've seen this show so many fucking times. It's just like whatever. But it has, like, this town's full of hicks, skids, hockey players. These are their problems. And it just got me thinking, oh, it's like Law and Order. These are their stories. Bum bum. Yeah, just like from jump, this episode was just going. You got your characters. You got your main characters: Wayne, Daryl, Dan, Katie. You got the hockey players: Riley and Jonesy. Fucking these nutsacks. And you got the skids: Stuart, Devin, Rolled. You don't know much about Rolled. That's later on down the show. Then you got Church. Mostly just Glenn. He is a whole character in and of himself. Then you got the bar matron, Gail, and she's a lot, but she's also a memorable character. And then yeah, each character has their own thing, and they're on it. And basically Wayne, for the longest time, has stopped his fighting. He was known as the toughest dude at Letterkenny, but he stopped because of his girl Angie, but then she steps out on him. And now, this is just him coming back and regaining his title as toughest dude in Letterkenny. And yeah, what am I missing? Again, fantastic start. I didn't know that this was a YouTube short. Like, this was just a bunch of skits on YouTube before got a whole TV series in Canada, and thank God it was on Hulu, and now on Disney Plus through Hulu. Fuck, man, yeah, like I said, I'm grateful for this show. And if you are up in Canada, pick up a can of puppers, pick up a case of puppers, and now as of recent, get yourself a bottle of Gus and Brew. But I'll go in more details after I review episode 6 of season 1. And if I'm gonna give this any rating, I don't think I should be rating Letterkenny because I've seen every single episode of the series so many times within just the last year alone. So if I'm gonna rate it, 5 stars.
Fucked an ostrich?
Allegedly.
Episode dos. Basically, Wayne is now vying to regain his title of toughest guy in Letterkenny, while also setting up for Daryl's super soft birthday because it's tradition that he has to have a a very dandy birthday party. That's basically the two things that are most important to happen. And you don't fuck with tradition. And this episode introduces Joint Boy and introduces the long-running gag of the ginger and his alleged story of fucking an ostrich. Honestly, he's one of the alongside Shorsey's chirps, everything about the ginger and the ostrich has me in tears every time. Just another good jumping off point of introducing more things that are going to be continuing on in the series down the line. I want to just say more about the music. No, the music is just banging, dude. It's good fucking music. Good music selection. I want to say more, mostly. And then I guess there's also another thing about the Skids, particularly Stewart and his infatuation with Katie. We're gonna explore that more. I think later in this season. The fighting in Letterkenny is also just entertaining as all hell. You got Wayne going up against Joint Boy, Radass, and Sled Ted. 2 of the 3. Well, I'm just gonna say they had a couple of D-gens, but we're gonna focus more on that later. Oh yeah, good shit, good episode. On to episode 3. Oh, this is another 5 stars. Alright, we are halfway through the season, and this is honestly not my favorite episode of the season, but it has its funny moments. I won't front. This episode is literally it's just about farts. It's Fart Book. It's a parody on the social network, Facebook, blah 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 blah. 3 things of notoriety that actually do stick with the rest of this series. And they do reference Fart Book later on in the series, but that's not what I'm talking about. First off, wondrous, Stewart's catchphrase. This is the first time you hear it. Wayne not liking kids, that's another thing. And then a great day for hay. All of these are staples throughout the rest of the series. And yeah, that's it. It's just a social network parody with farts. Not much else, really. Not like I said, it's not my favorite episode, but rewatching it has its funny moments. I'm on front. Yeah, everything else, I'm gonna just let this one just be like the least thing I'm gonna talk about outside of what I just mentioned. Check it out yourself. I'll still give it a 5-star rating. Am I just too positive about it? Yeah. Look, I had good laughs with this episode still. I guess I'm not a big fan of fart jokes. I don't know, it was never really my thing, like, ever, to be for real. Maybe, like, when I was younger, like, way younger, probably, but even then, yeah, I'm not big into fart jokes, but it was fine. But let's get to the second half of the season.
Give your balls a tug, you tent fucker!
Episode 4. The boys are trying to find love when it's like spring break for most college students coming back to Letterkenny, some shit like that. Notable stuff that are introduced in this season. Shorsey. Literally Shorsey. You hear his voice, you hear, give your balls a tug, tit fucker. You got the coach, is his debut. I want to tell you, I should have said McMurray in the first episode. McMurray, from the first episode. And McMurray is right now, he's just like pedestrian. This is the most pedestrian of McMurray you're gonna get until season 2 onward. Even I think in the next episode, you get a bit of a hint you get hints of what McMurray is like throughout the rest of the series, and like you get it in the first episode, you get it in this episode, you get a bit more of that in the next episode, but you get the full-on McMurray in season 2 onward. Yeah, other than, we get a name drop of Jivin' Pete. He ain't gonna be much of a nuisance upon Letterkenny until later, but Jivin' Pete is Jivin' Pete, we got that. Got the boys, Berta, saying Ninja Dust. But yeah, no, it's just, right. Like those are the notable things that have happened. Those are the things that'll be continuing onwards into the series. It's like I said, Thursdays at Modine's. Got the boys looking for some squeezes. Wayne is the closest to get some, but is still a little traumatized over his breakup with Angie, which, I get that. Yeah, everybody goes through that. Go through a hard breakup, and it's hard to really just move on to some rando. At least for my friends, mostly, it's hard for them to move on to randos. Me, I don't really give two shits, so I couldn't give a care. I related to this episode mostly because it's like, you had Wayne who had to help Dan and Derry try to hook up, which was like, give them the list of do's and don'ts. That's what I do with my friends all the fucking time. Give them a list of do's and don'ts. And, I guide, and that's all I can do. Very pedestrian episode. I enjoy it more than I did Fart Book, that's for sure. Again, it's Shorsey. It's the debut of Shorsey. So yeah, that's why it's a definite 5 stars.
You are spare parts, aren't you, bud?
Well, all right. Episode 5, penultimate episode of season 1. Almost dribbled up like Daryl did in this episode. Yeah, start off with him getting fucking rabies from a possum. But that gives Wayne an idea, but I'm gonna get to that in a bit. Episode introduces Bonnie McMurray. Also you got regular McMurray. I don't even know I don't remember if he has a first name. We just call him McMurray, Mr. McMurray. Either way, we got McMurray over here pawning off his sister Bonnie to Wayne. He's like, yo, just get at her, get up in them guts, Wayne. I'm like, yo, what, my dude? What the hell, dude? That's your sister. Be proud of your sister, but don't be pawning her off like, good lord. And then you got the natives. The native flu, because Riley and Jonesy were away doing an away game up in Native Town, and most of the team weren't there because they got the native flu. And main native herself, Tanis, makes her debut in this show. Yacht. I love Tanis. I love Tanis. Bonnie McMurray. God, yeah. This is where it's noted that Letterkenny is like basically the meth capital of the biggest meth town. Stewart, we're going for meth heads. He's like, I want to try and clean myself up because he's trying to impress Katie by throwing a rave at the agriculture hall, or the ag hall. Devin, Rold, and the other meth boys aren't too fond of that, so they try to, saboteur that. And Wayne's idea to do that was to use some rodents and stuff. But I'm not gonna get into that. This also introduces the quote, "You are spare parts, bud," and Coach with his classic line, "It's fucking embarrassing." Yeah, no, it's fucking great. Just more Shorsey. This had a little bit more Shorsey. He's like, "Give your balls a tug, tit fucker." That's all. That's all I need. Obviously, we're going to get more out of Shorsey throughout this series and in the spinoff. But I'm just whatever bit of Shorsey we get, I'm happy. So, yeah. Great. 5 stars for episode 5.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Episode 6, the season finale. Whew, let's see. We got some weed on the property. And obviously, I'm gonna be real, it don't last long, but I'm gonna get to that. And the reason why, basically, the main reason why it don't last long is mainly because of the skids. They screwed over Tanis because they, the natives bring cigarettes over to Letterkenny to sell, and they say a dime a dart. But the skids over here selling it for $1 a dart, and it screws over Tanis. But she's trying to be negotiable, trying to be peaceful about it. And they're like, at first Devin's like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. But Stuart's like, nah, I spent all the money on the alcohol. Gotta get that money back. We gotta step on some toes. Don't give a fuck. The burning of Letterkenny commenced, and when I say burning, like Tanis burnt the weed stash on Wayne's farm and got Wayne involved in this shit. Basically, because Letterkenny was a meth town, you already got the hockey heads involved because one of the new schmelts, the newbies, the rookies, got addicted to meth. Basically, a lot of the hockey players were addicted to meth. And the hockey's like, no, we gotta beat the shit out of these kids. But then, like I said, you get Wayne involved. Wayne had nothing to do with any of this bullshit. You got Wayne involved, it's over. You came on his property and burnt his shit. You think he gonna let that shit rot? Nah. And like it's to the point where you got the Ginger and Boots. The Ginger and Boots had to get involved in this fun. Oh god. Nobody wanted to fight the Ginger and Boots because like they fucked an ostrich. Some say it was a sick ostrich. Things like 2, maybe 3 guys to fucking ostrich. All allegedly. But yeah, don't fuck with the Ginger Boots. And then you got Joint Boy just smoking his joint. Fucking. But because of but basically because of all this, the natives are now banned from Letterkenny because you fucked with their shit. You fucked with the Hicks shit. You fucked with the Wayne shit. He placed a ban on the natives from Letterkenny. You fuck around and come back, you're gonna get fucked up. Wayne is the toughest guy at Letterkenny. Nobody fucks with Wayne like that. Yeah, so I guess that's one notable thing. You get the natives. Another running gag I forgot to mention that I think that happened in like episode 2, started episode 2, was Katie just wearing her bikinis because Wayne is just like, you can put some clothes on. Katie's like, not my forte. Unfortunate. Comes out of Wayne. Yeah, wanted to mention that. But yeah, so got the ban on Letterkenny. And then at the very end, get the introduction of Tyson. We're going to see more season 2 onwards. I'm not going to say what happens at the end. This is something you're going to have to catch for yourself, and you're going to recap of it in season 2. I'll talk about it more in season 2, but I highly suggest before season 2, check this shit out. Check out season 1. Watch Letterkenny. It's on Hulu. It's on Disney Plus. Fantastic series. 5-star episode. 5-star season. Again, Fart Book was my least favorite episode of the season, but going back at it, I found funny moments and I enjoyed it very much so. So, yeah, dude, this is a stellar start to an amazing series. Like I said, I was already hooked after episode 1, but then getting to I'll just give you a little bit of insight. After episode 6, it gave me full context of what I saw on TikTok. Well, from one specific thing I saw on TikTok gave me full context. Gave me the full context. Well, I got the full context later. We'll talk about that in the next review. But this led me getting that full. This gave me the full overblown context of where we got to that specific scene. And I'm like, oh, I get it now. Yeah. No. So, shout out to my friend Tiffany for quoting Letterkenny. Just introducing it to me, and then I guess somehow it fell upon my TikTok For You page, and yeah, thanks to TikTok, I'm a big fan of the show. Yeah, just watch the show. Howdy, everyone. Future Jared here. As you can tell, this review was recorded a year ago, but due to just life and other unforeseen circumstances, we had to shelve the Letterkenny project. But we're bringing it back now, and we're also working on the Shorsey reviews to have it ready in time for season 4. Yeah, and with all that said, if you want to get yourselves a bottle of Gus and Brew, there is going to be a link for that in the description down below. live in Canada or plan on visiting Canada and you want to get yourself some puppers, you will have to go to the beer store. But I'll also leave a link for all of that in the description down below. And if you just like the music of Letterkenny and want to just indulge in all of that some more, there is a playlist on Spotify that has the entire series music, or music used throughout the entire series, I mean. That will also be a link in the description. With all that, yeah, stay tuned for more Letterkenny reviews, stay tuned for our Shorsey reviews, and just other Canadian goodness, and our Tokusatsu content, and then some. Until then, we will catch you guys later. Peace.